Us, good evening. Konbanwa. Genki desu ka? Hope you are genki desu. Hope you are well. Konbanwa, if you don't know, in Japanese means good evening, and genki desu means how are you, and genki desu ka means how are you, and genki desu is I'm fine, thanks. So I'm hoping you are fine. Thanks very much for joining me this Thursday evening, on the 1st of April, the day before my birthday. Ever so slightly excited at still being only 50 years old, but that gets ruined after midnight because I was literally born at 1 in the morning. Yeah, thanks for joining me. And if you're watching later, then again, thanks for joining, and hopefully you'll all have a good Easter this weekend. Looking forward to it. Some of you an extended holiday period off work. Evening, Harry. Us. Hope you're well. Okay, so get evening. Holly-san. Oh, us. So if you don't know me, I'm Sensei Scoot, and I'm the chief instructor of Asahi Shotokan Karate and Sky England, and Holly's my dog and our mascot. She sometimes joins us in the dojo, which is my dojo. Okay, my dojo is my kitchen or kitchen diner. My family every twice a week now let me use this space for at least an hour, and the dog wants to go outside on cue. Outside. Nothing better than working with children and animals. Okay, so yeah, so basically this is our space twice a week, and on Saturday mornings with the black belt class that I also take part in as well with my black belts. So yeah, good evening and welcome. So tonight we're going to work on Ju-Ippon Kumite. Now this is a continuation of Tuesday's lesson. Again, as I said before, the lesson is aimed at sort of slightly higher grades in terms of purple belts and above, because what we've been doing over the last 2 months is been working through our grading syllabus in the hope that we'll be able to return to the dojos very, very soon at some point. So the plan at the moment is the Clifton Dojo will definitely open on the 13th of April, so I've had that confirmed today. So that's 5 to 6 p.m. for juniors only. Okay, adults, I'm afraid we can't train with yourselves until 17th of May. But juniors, we can train much earlier. So if you know anybody that has thought about starting karate, or has even seen some of our online lessons and is considering to do so, please tell them. And hopefully I'm going to have the Clifton Dojo definitely open, possibly the Potton and Gamnigate dojos as well by that week commencing the 12th of April. I just need to get some confirmation dates off the other dojos. We specialise in teaching children. Obviously, I'm a teacher working in a secondary or upper school, still upper school, and specialise with children with additional needs. I don't call them special needs, okay? I just call them additional needs. So whatever that need is, then I can work with it. I work with all sorts of young people, from tiny tots right way through to bigger people than me. But yeah, karate's for everybody. I've always said this ever since I started. It changed my life as a teenager, and I think it will help contribute to bettering everybody's life. And I know for a fact that it definitely helps young people with additional needs, 100%, because it builds your confidence, builds self-confidence, self-worth, it just makes you feel good about yourself. Yes, it's frustrating at times. Yes, it's challenging, but that challenge helps you become a better person, 100%. So anyone can become a black belt. You just have to start, and you just have to get there. It's really that easy, and it's just practice. Okay, so some people might take 5 years, some people might take 20 years, but you can still all get there. And so that's my philosophy, and that's what I teach. They're my thoughts on the whole thing. So juniors back in the dojo, hopefully that week commencing the 12th of April, and adults 17th of May. Fingers crossed, all being good, middle of June, we'll all be back together and doing what we do the best, and that is raise the roof of wherever we are. And who knows, we might even get to do a summer fete this year. We'll keep our fingers crossed for that, because we love doing those. Okay, so we'll say good evening to a few people. Good evening, Andy Sensei. Good evening, Tim Sensei. Good evening, Paul and Lucy. Good evening, Ken Sensei. Good evening, Harry. And good evening, Kayla. I hope you're all well and looking forward to getting Easter eggs on Sunday. Myself, I'm looking forward to my birthday tomorrow. I don't know why, because I'm getting older and that's never a good thing, but I am still looking forward to maybe having a glass tomorrow evening of Asahi, okay? And that is not where we got our name from. Please don't think I ever named my karate dojo after a bottle of beer. I am not that daft, okay? There is a good reason for our name, okay? Asahi means rising sun, okay, which is a symbol of Japan, obviously. And for me, it was about a new beginning. So when the sun rises at the beginning of a new day, it's a new start, and that's where it came from. Rising Sun, RS, that's my initials. There's all sorts of things that tie in, and I do like the beer as well, but that's a very small part of it, I promise you. Okay, so fingers crossed, we'll get training back again soon. So we'll do a little bit of a warm-up, and then we'll continue with Ju-Ippon Kumite. Now, as I said before, it is difficult. It's not the easiest of things to learn, but just have a go. Karate is all about having a go and having fun, and have a chuckle at yourself. Yeah, I make mistakes when I'm teaching. Okay, I made a couple on Tuesday, but don't matter. It doesn't matter. We're human beings, and so therefore, the best way to learn is to make mistakes and learn from those. Okay, so right, okay, good. Let's do some star jumps just to get the blood flowing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and relax. I can just bounce it up and down, forwards and backwards, and in sideways, and in 45 degrees, what an angle, diagonally. Bouncing up and down, let the arms drop, let the feet relax, let your head relax. And ready. Okay, excellent. Okay, good. Shake the legs, shake the arms. Okay, take your ubis. Your ubis are your fingers. Wave your ubis. Tekubi, your wrist. Hijiate, your elbow. Empi, your elbow. Shake it off. Shoulders, kata. Shake them off. Oh, great. Feels good. Okay, arms wide. Again, don't tense when you're doing this, just let your body relax. And crossing over the back. Okay, very good. Okay, take your left arm, okay, and make a big figure of 8. Okay, now take your right arm, the same. And then both arms. So karate is all about coordination, coordinating the brain and the body, the mind and the soul, the heart, all together. Left arm forwards, right arm forwards, left arm back, right arm back, left arm forwards, right arm back. I think the first time I ever did this, I just couldn't do it. Change. Second time I couldn't do it. But after about the 20th time, it became quite normal. Have you ever done this? Yeah, I can do this now really easy, rub my tummy and pat my head really, really easy. But I never used to be able to do that, okay? Start with one and work with the other. You can disconnect parts of your body, your brain, your arms, your shoulders, your legs, everything. And we often do that in karate. So karate is really good for building a better self altogether. Up here, down here, everywhere. Okay, so, front stance. So Zenka Tadachi, so if I do it this way, you can see a better stretch. So make it longer. Okay, this is not really a stance, this is a leg stretch, but it looks like our front stance. It certainly looks like mine from the early 90s, that's for sure. Okay, and then change it to the other way. Here I'm feeling the stretch down my hamstring and my gastrocnemius, which is my calf muscle. Okay, change back, a little bit lower. And the other way. And quite often you see people stretching in karate and they'll often go into the splits. And when I first started, I used to be able to do the front splits quite comfortably. Now I can get within a little bit of the floor, but there is no need. You really need to stretch the muscles and you don't need to be on the floor to do that. Okay. Now change to feet twice shoulder width apart. Okay, just from your hips, going forwards with your hands and arms out. Okay, and push back. So counterbalance. So push back your bottom and push your arms out. And you'll feel the stretch right up the back of your calf muscles. I'm not going to turn around because no one needs to see my backside on a Thursday evening, but you get the idea. Oh, that's a good stretch. Okay, bring the feet in, arms up. Okay, just stretching now. Left hand, right hand, hidari, migi, hidari, migi, hidari, migi, hidari, migi. Oh, touching the ceiling. That's good. Okay, relax the shoulders, shoulders round. And we're almost done. We're going to get warmed up doing the actual Ju-Ippon Kumite, because we do move around a bit. Okay, I think I'm okay. Right, so remember, when straightening our gear obi, rather than getting undressed in front of somebody, always turn away. And if you need to do your pants up and tighten them up, then do that. If you need to straighten your gi, your suit, your belt, your everything you're wearing, pull up your pants. By the way, these are pants. Yeah, not my pants. Okay, and just present yourself as smart. Now, when you come into the dojo, being smart is part of a mindset where we're very disciplined in karate. We are very controlled in what we do. People often think that karate will just kick and punch and hurt people. That's not true. We're absolute opposite of that. Everything we do is very controlled. And Ju-Ippon Kumite is the beginning of learning that control with another human being. Okay, obviously outside of the coronavirus pandemic. So normally I'd be partnered up with my partner here. Okay, and we would look essentially like we're about to fight. However, this is a stage on from the first sort of fighting we did, which was Kyo-Nippon, which is basic, one move. Okay, very, very rigid, very structured, very safe. This is the next stage. This is stage 2. Okay, and here now we're still safe, but now we're starting to learn our control, where we're able to, as adults, not children, because children don't touch each other, but as adults, we're able to touch, but with control. And this is where you learn about your body. Okay, and I think it's the most fascinating part of karate is how you can suddenly learn from punching full power and not stopping to being able to punch full power and being able to retract that power before it hurts somebody. And that's a real skill, which takes many, many years to hone correctly. For me, it's one of my most positive aspects of my karate, I feel. Not hurting people is a really good, important thing. So what we're going to do is recap what we did on Tuesday very quickly. We did set 1. We're doing set 2 this evening. Okay, this is just from our syllabus, from our basic syllabus. And this is aimed at brown belts and above. So people grading for brown belts, if you're a purple belt or purple white as a junior, then you will be looking to start this within the dojo. But honestly, anyone can learn it at any point because it's just fun. Okay, so key thing, the stance. Zenkutsu Tadachi Fun stance is our normal stance for training, basic position. Okay, here you want a good foot length back, but you don't want to be upright. So not down, foot like back, but not upright. So this is no good. Okay, your guard, your front hand. Okay, 90-degree angle here, so that's 90 degrees, right angle. Okay, and your right arm. So my front hand and my left hand here by this time. Right arm, shoot down. So this is blocking my solar plexus area or protecting that. And this is protecting my face. So here, not too far away, not too far away, not too close, not down. This is not a 90-degree angle and it's also not good. Anyone who does this should go home because this is dangerous and disrespectful. So we keep our guard up. Now our hips, as I face the front now, this is my hips square. So you can see my hips are facing forwards. But now in Ju-Ippon, we very much turn the hip. We very much turn the hip to create less space. So less of a target for an opponent to attack. We're making it as difficult as possible. There is nothing really here to hit, okay, apart from my lower legs. So here, make sure your guard is such that this elbow protects down to your belt, okay? So in other words, your rib area here, if your guard is up, it won't. So keep this here. This hand protects this area down, okay? And they can change, and they do when we move, when we do various techniques. Okay, as I said, it doesn't matter if you get this wrong. This is quite a complicated part of karate, which is, I'd say, more advanced. Okay, and in a dojo, I can help you much easier, as can the other instructors. So tonight, when you're doing it at home alone, okay, or if it's your first time, then just have a little bit of fun with it. And if you just make lots of noise, even better. Okay, so guard correct, stance correct. Okay, so remember our attack. So we're going to attack tonight, Jodan, Chudan, and Maigiri, and then we're going to kick Kikomi. Okay, Kikomi is thrust kick. Okay, and remember, everything we do now from this position as basics, we're now in this position. So we are much shorter in stance. We're going to be a little bit quicker. I'm going to keep it slow so you can follow. Okay, but we are a little bit more easy to move. From here, moving forwards, takes a lot of effort and a lot of muscle to move. Shorten the stance. Here, move forward is much quicker, and we can really explode. Okay. When we're doing Ju-Ippon Kumite, which is level 3, okay, we are very much moving around to be super fast. Okay, but that we don't need to worry about that at the moment, so I'll do that tonight. So when we attack, actually I'll do it from this angle, Jodan, so we're attacking the chin of our opponent, remember? Okay, we're going to step through, attack, come back to Kumai. Attack, come back to Kumai. And then we step back with a partner here. And this is where you have to use your imaginations, I'm afraid, because we don't have partners. I hope that so far makes sense. Okay, so you attack, and then you come back. And here. And in attacking with Ki, it's not aggression. Okay, it's not aggression. Everyone thinks that when we're attacking karate, we're trying to scare people, hurt people, become super aggressive, and we're uncontrolled monsters. Simply not true. The ki, okay, protects us. As we ki, we exhale air, we're able to contract and tense our muscles, which will protect us in the inevitability of somebody hitting us or us hitting something. So it protects us. So it's a really good thing. It's also an expression of how much we enjoy what we do. So the louder the ki, in my book, the louder the heart, the louder the desire to do well in karate. Those people stand out for me, okay? Because when I started karate, I had no ki at all. And now I've got the loudest ki of anyone I know. I don't know anyone without ki. I mean, I'd like a battle. I might get a microphone that measures that sort of thing because I reckon I'm there. My ki comes right from my heart. Okay, and but that's taken years to practice and get it correct. So we're in this position. We attack straight and come back to Kumai. So here and back. So don't bring the arms out, don't bring the shoulders up. Try to, from this position here with your guards, just push and in. Sound effects are always good with Sensei Scoot, as you know. I like to make various different noises. I've been doing that since I was a child. When I used to think I was the $6 million man. Okay, and here, now that I actually am the $6 million man with metal in my body and particularly my legs, it's not so great. I'm not going to lie. Hurts like crazy. Okay, so from here, attack. Okay, so let's just do the 3 attacks. Jodan, and step back, and again, and back. A third time, and back, and change legs. So now attacking left side, hidari. Okay, again, same thing. Leave the hand where it is, and push, and back. Leave the hand where it is. Don't give anything away until you are ready to attack. And back. And obviously you say we're attacking Jodan, which means I'm attacking to the face. The opponent says, Us. I'm ready to receive the punch to the face. Aya! You attack. Okay, good. So the block for Jodan set 1 was slide 45 degrees, Tati Shuto. Remember, this is vertical knife hand block. Punch, Gyakuzuki. Now remember what I said about the punch? We punch, okay, with hip, and we punch in. We don't fully extend the hand. And the reason being this is that we're going to touch with the adults, not with the juniors. But we're not putting our power in because we're able to pull it back. So it's about punching like, rather than going smash and causing horrific damage to somebody. Okay, so block here, block and punch in, but don't fully extend. So this is a step on from the basics we've done previously. Okay, so again, if this is the first time you've ever seen this, then it's going to go, whoa, what is going on? Okay, but if you come to our dojos, you will start at the same level as every other beginner, the same as I have. Okay, and we will teach the progress stage by stage, lesson by lesson, time by time. That doesn't make sense, but it just takes a period of time. Some people get it just like that. Some people get it after 30 years. So the attack is here. The defense is here. Here. Attack. Here. Defense. Here. Change legs. Attack. Itch. Here. Defense. Here. Attack. Itch. Here. And defense. Here. Now you'll notice that my defense of my block, I say the word defense, I think I've been watching too much Cobra Kai. My block, okay, Tatishuto, is not a big block like we're used to doing big agyukis for uprising block for a good punch to the face. Yeah. We are now using what we call taisabaki. So taisabaki is body evasion. So I'm moving out of the line of fire. So I know the punch is coming here, so I just sidestep. Okay. Therefore, the block doesn't need to become as big, powerful. It just needs to be fast. Okay. This is enough to deflect the punch just past me and give me my target area. And that's really where you kind of change your mindset with Ju-Ippon Kumite in particular, is change the mindset from where we've been previously. Okay, so when we do Ippon Kumite, basic one-step Kumite, we are very rigid, as we should be, low, long stances, and attacking strong, etc. Now we're starting to open our mind. Okay, free the body, enabling it to move in a less disciplined way, but actually still controlled. Yeah. So, and in Ju Kumite, basically Ju means free fighting. That's where we're completely relaxed and we are able to do things with our body that just we can't do when we first start karate. Okay. That's because you don't have an understanding of it just yet. Okay. You will, if you do karate, you'll learn biology, physics, and some chemistry, definitely, but definitely biology and physics. So if you like science, it's a great thing to do. Okay, but you learn about yourself, you learn about what makes up your body and what enables you to do all the things that you can do. And of course, the human body is incredible. It can do wonderful, wonderful things. Okay, so we've done our quick technique from set one, Jodan. Okay, so now let's change legs, go back to right side, attack Chudan. So the punch is just the same to the stomach and come back. Okay, so like this. So again, not dwelling too much on this tonight because we're going to do set two. Okay, and the block comes in here. Sotoryuki, Gyakuzuki. So just outside block, but not a big outside block. Just a short outside block. Yeah! Gyakuzuki. So again, just once. Yeah! And now the block. Yeah! Ah, Holly-san. Hey, boss. She's going for a walk, which is good because on Tuesday she wanted to fight me. Which wasn't, well, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So if you haven't seen Tuesday's video yet, please go to YouTube because it is hilarious. Me boxing with a Shih Tzu. Us. I'm not sure we can call it karate. That's why I said boxing. Okay, yoi. Okay, so blocking from Chudan here. Yeah. Change legs, opposite side, blocking. Yeah. Okay, and then finally we had our third attack, which was Maigeri, so kicking, front kicks to the front. Okay, and our block for that one, the kick comes in here. Gidanbarai, but again, no big Gidanbarai, just from here. Gidanbarai, yeah, Gyakuzuki, and back. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just go through set one all the way through with the attack, Tora, and the block, Uki. Okay, Jodan. Ich, yeah. Jodan, us, iya. Chudan, us, iya. Chudan, us, iya. Maigeri, us, iya. Maigeri, us, iya. Okay, change legs, left side. Hey, Jodan, us, iya. Jodan, us, iya. Chudan, us, iya. Chudan, us, iya. Hey, Maigeri, us, iya. Maigeri, us, iya. Okay, Yami. That'll do for set 1. Quick recap. That was done completely on Tuesday. Don't want to spend hours on it this evening. Okay, so we are now going to do set 2 or 3. So we have 3 sets within our association. Within Asahi, Shotokan, and Sky England. And remember, these sets are a baseline. So these are to give you a flavour of what you can do. But please remember that when you come to a grading and you're a higher grade, so maybe going for black belt, etc., you can choose what you want to do. So you can adapt these techniques, you can come up with your own, provided they work, there will be no issues. Okay, so it's really about making sure that this gives you a kind of some concept, an idea of what the sort of thing we'd like to see, and then you can maybe free yourself and become something a little bit different. Now, you might not have that confidence, and I do understand that, which is why these are here to support you. You can always revert to these no matter what grade you're going for. So if you're going for 1st Dan or 10th Dan, it makes no difference. Okay, these are here to support you. But if there's something you particularly been working on at home or in the dojo and you feel that it will work better, then demonstrate. Show us what is good. What suits you would not necessarily suit me, which will not necessarily suit the other person. But explore, be brave. Be dangerous, be challenging yourself all the time, and you will literally excel in karate, because that's all it's all about. It's about constantly challenging yourself. Okay, so number 1 then, the attack is the same, so we're not going to dwell on the attack too much tonight. Okay, so the Jodan, attack to the chin, here, okay, and our defense this time, or our block, is going to be just a very slight parry. Okay, now, parry, I don't know if that's a French word actually, but I think it does come from France. But anyway, we're going to parry. Okay, so it's just coming across the hand. Now, in Japanese, nagashi is probably flowing. Okay, it's probably the thing to use. Okay, so as the punch comes in here, just move the hand across. You don't need to move the body yet. Okay, so I just want you to get that understanding of literally from here, parry. See how minimal that movement is. Okay, and what's going to happen is we're going to combine that block with our second technique, which is an Arazuki. Now, Arazuki is an uppercut punch. Okay, so for those of you that are boxers or like boxing, and I certainly do, boxing, uppercut. Yeah, so the boxing uppercut is a famous punch which comes under the chin. Usually the head goes back, person goes to sleep. Very simple. Thank you very much, Kayla, for saying happy birthday. Us. That's made my evening, Naz. Us. Thank you. Arigato. So here. Okay. Now you're trying to get this connection with the arms working. So they're relaxed and then they tense together. So this one gives a little bit of a kime. Now kime mean in Japanese is the end. So the finishing part of the technique, and it's where we get our tension from, where we get our power. This finishes at the end. So they relax, and they tense together here. I just realized how bad is my hair. Good God. Yeah, anyway, 16 days to go. My haircut is booked in for the 17th of April. So here. So this is the feeling, parry, and uppercut. And you can see I'm moving in. So this is quite brave now. We've always said before, we've always taught you before, that to defend yourself in karate, best thing to do is step back. Ultimately, the best thing to do is run away, but step back. Step back is safety. Step back 45 degrees is safety. Step forward is crazy. But sometimes, as I've said before, being a Star Wars fan, we have to go to the dark side of the Force. Because the dark side of the Force isn't all bad. Okay, Darth Vader proved this. Darth Vader proved this in Star Wars number 7. Okay, 6. So it's important, yeah, that you sometimes have to move forwards. So we're moving towards the person as they come on. We're using their energy against them. So this is an Arazuki, which tucks in under the rib cage here. Okay, now obviously we don't go and hurt somebody. We're just using our control. Okay, so from here, yeah, to here together. So here, and then this hand you push away from the person to kamae, and then you return to your starting position here. Here, push away. Very difficult to do this without a partner, I'll be honest. Very difficult to do without a partner. I'd much rather have somebody here with me. Okay, so from the Judachi position here, push, and return. here, push, and then return. Changing legs, push, away, return. Now you do this with your partner, okay? It's really important that when you're working together, you make this connection. Okay, it's two human beings that have the ability to hurt each other quite significantly, I might add. Okay, we have to work together and connect ourselves. Okay, so the juniors in the class absolutely love it when I say they get engaged, because they think that's hilarious, because they know that's what their parents probably have done at some point in their crazy lives. However, we don't mean getting engaged with a ring and lots of expense afterwards. We mean just connected. Okay, so there is something between us. We're connected. So we bow, yeah, and then we're connected. We step down Judachi, so we're fighting stance here, okay, and then whatever way we work together. We're not trying to kill each other or outdo each other. We're trying to work together to optimize both the attacker's ability and the defender's or the blocker's ability. Okay, that's really, really important part of karate. There's no egos in karate. They don't have a place in the dojo because it just doesn't exist. Yeah, if you go to competitions, then yes, you always want a winner, you always want losers, etc. But karate, martial arts are not like that. Okay, yes, there's a competitive element, that's separate. Okay, but the reality is in the dojo, we are trying to help each other improve always. And I always say that whenever I look at my partner, I don't see them as a person, I see them my better self. Yeah, so I see through them my better self, what I want to be. Okay. And that's really important for me. So I always strive to become better no matter what I'm doing. So this one here is a little bit against the grain because it's a little bit going to the dark side. You're stepping forward, you're stepping possibly into trouble. Okay? But if you connect with your partner and they do Jodan and they attack straight and true as they should do, okay, provided you don't go first, this should not be a problem. Okay, so just have that in mind. So we'll do the attack and then we'll do the blocking as well. So, Judachi position. Okay, so remember you're about your partner, and then you yoi together. Remember there's a good 1.5 meters between us at the moment. And we step down Kumai, Judachi, Ichiyo. Okay, so we're now facing each other and there's not a lot of distance between us, probably just over a foot length. Okay, and the person saying the attack, me, Tora, Jodan. Okay, now I might squat in my stance. Okay, rock around a little bit. So this is where I'm stalking my opponent and making them uneasy, but making them feel alive. You know, I want to make them feel alive. I want to electrify them. Jordan! And that will electrify them even more. And now they're on edge. Okay, but I'm going to make them perform well because I'm going to attack strong. Yeah! Okay, and they will block that strongly and counter attack with good control. Okay, and then together we come back to our positions. They step up to return to their position. I step back as the attacker being non-aggressive. This is really good. This is a really good mindset to be in, okay? You're connected with your partner. Jordan! And you attack together. Okay? So, Jordan. Os. Iya! Jordan, os, hiya! Jordan, os, hiya! Jordan, os, hiya! Returning back each time. Us. The 0.5 lens doesn't make this look great in terms of angles, and I'm sorry about that. But if I do just the 1 times lens, then unfortunately I don't all fit in when I'm doing this. So we found this is the best way to get the whole dojo in, okay? Makes my kitchen look enormous, which it isn't. But anyway, hopefully you're picking up the ideas of this. If you get your book, okay, my eyesight, page 43, we're doing Ju-Ippon set 2. So it tells you at the top of the book, okay, Tei Nagashiyuki, so flowing, sweeping hand. Okay, flowing sweep, sweeping hand. And then Chudan Orozuki, short U-punch, upper punch. Okay, and it tells you this in English, and then you can look at the back in the glossary to reference the different techniques. So there's Japanese there and there's English as well. Okay, we teach a lot of in Japanese because we try to keep our karate as traditional as possible. And of course, karate Shotokan in particular is from Japan. Okay. And then it's got Jodan, Chudan, Meigo, Kikomi, and Mawashi Geri. So there are 5 attacks in here in this set too. I think I said there was only 4, but my apologies for that. And it tells you what the attack is, and it tells you what the defense is. Okay, so it's pretty self-explanatory. And as I say, you can get those books from me in the dojo when we're back. I have been delivering some and posting some, but the posting's not done very well actually, because I've not got to the post office. They keep closing our local ones, so it's a problem. So, okay, so from here, attacking Jodan and blocking Nagashi. Changing sides, left side, Jodan. So remember, you don't have to attack straight away. Your opponent will have said us, and you can't attack until they've said us, because that means they're safe and ready to block. Okay, so Jodan, us. Then I attack when I'm ready to do so. I might want to stalk my opponent, so just shuffle a little bit, get myself into an optimal position, where I can attack. Okay, now, as the person comes into me to return the favour, they say Jodan, and when I'm ready, I will say us. And remember, from here, this is the punch, this is the block. So here, into the bit I wish to punch, the sunk, here. Remember, I'm going to pull here, pull it back. Just push myself off their arm, so we make some distance, keep my guard, and then return to my Kamai position. Okay, Kamai just means position. So attack again, Jodan, us, take Jodan, us, and back. And together. This is simultaneous. I think they call it kobuichi or ayuchi, okay, in Japanese. So it means together, one thing. Block and counter at the same time. What this does, it enables you to use your opponent's speed against them. Okay, so with this actual technique, you do this and just put your arm there. People go onto it anyway, so you don't need to really do this bit. Because their momentum will carry them forwards, okay, and they'll walk straight onto it. Okay, us, Chudan, hey, Chudan. So, this one, the black belts came up with, I say the black belts, as in we're a group of Udansha, okay, and our senior grades came up with these sets to try to get some different stances, some different techniques, and maybe just think outside the box a little bit. So we've created these 3 sets between us as a group of black belts. There's about 12 or 13 people involved in total. Okay, and this one I think is really interesting. So I've never done anything like this before. It came, and I can't remember who came up with the idea of this one, but it's really interesting. So basically we're doing uchiuki, which is inside block, but we're going 45 degrees. Okay, and we're going forwards. We're going forwards, we go to the dark side, being a little bit braver. Okay, so imagine a punch coming into the center here, and inside block this way doesn't work great. It really doesn't. And you have to really kind of go right offline to make it work. And then you struggle with your target area. But if you are able to move forwards and hook the punch, so it's blocked here against the back of the arm, almost Haiwan, here, you open up the rest of the body. Now this one is brilliant because we're coming in here with an elbow. Okay, so we're going to come in here with an elbow. Okay, Hijiate or MP Uchi. So we come 45 degrees, Uchiuki, Gyaku. Gyaku means opposite or reverse. Okay, then we just come in with the elbow and move away. Now, everything we've done in these sets is we've created a position whereby we, as the defender, will be able to finish the attacker. So there may not be just one of these attacks. We're thinking of consecutive, finishing the person within 2 attacks. Okay. So what I mean by that in this one is block, elbow, and then from here in the perfect position to sweep them, finish them. Okay, so the mindset of the black belt is different to maybe that of a brown belt, and certainly different to that of red belts, and orange belts, and white belts. So we're thinking of the best way to end this situation. Okay, Karate was designed as a self-defense way of the Japanese protecting themselves against people, and ultimately only one person walked away. So all of the things that we learn, yes, are very dangerous, but what we also learn is the humility and the skill to be able to control everything that we do, so no one gets hurt. So you don't have to use it at all in any form of dangerous way. So hopefully that makes sense. So this one's quite an interesting one. I'm going to go from this angle. Okay, so you see the foot move. 45 degrees, come around here. Yeah! Okay, so it's empiuchi or hiji ate. So it's your elbow striking here into the target. It's a very powerful technique. And elbows we tend not to use in competition in karate because they're too dangerous, the same as the knees. But in actually real life, yes, they're a brilliant mechanism for stopping people doing bad things. Okay, so left foot forwards, 45 degrees. Remember, leave this arm where it is and just a chuki gaku. Okay, then through, elbow in, kibadachi, side stance. Okay, push away and then come back to your original position, kamae. So here, here, okay, so change legs, here, as I say, this is incredibly difficult to do on my own. Much better to have someone with me. Yeah, not so easy when you're on your own. People often ask me, where is Senpai Josh? Well, he's now 19, and basically he's an adult in his age. So he's always doing karate. So he's now doing his videographer stuff, he's doing YouTube, he's doing lots of different things that keep him really busy. He still helps me teach at Clifton in the junior class, which we absolutely love doing together. And we still train together occasionally, but he's got his own life now. So he's been doing karate with me since he was 5 years old. Okay, so Josh was, and still is, I think, the youngest black belt I've had. Don't think we've had one younger. He has been training since he was 5. So that's an awful long time to keep going. And he's never stopped. He's always kept his training up at least once or twice a week, which I think is an incredible thing. But he's not so much of a fan of going on my YouTube channel. It's more about his, which is understandable because he's far more successful. So yeah, so I'm on my own. So I hope you appreciate that. It doesn't make it as easy as it should be. Okay, so uchiuki, gyaku uchiuki, yoko, empiuchi, and then back to the position, ready to start again, of course. Okay, so chudan, os, aya. Chudan, os, aya. Change legs. Chudan, os, aya. Chudan, os, aya. Ayame. Os. Okay, so if you look at your reference guide, okay, so it should say to you, Gyaku Chudan Uchiuki, okay, so, and it tells you there that's reverse inside block, right arm, sliding forwards and left 45 degrees. So whilst you may be able to read this and not work that out, with the YouTube video and being at home, you should be able to work out how to do these correctly. I'd like to think, that's my mindset anyway. Okay, and then it says that from the strike after the block, Yoko Suri Empiuchi, which translated means slide inside elbow strike, slide in the right leg and the right arm. And so I think it's quite self-explanatory, okay? For somebody who does karate. If you've been doing karate a while, which you will have been to get to this point, then it does start to make sense, I promise you. Maybe not as a white belt. Okay, yoi. Hand step down, judachi. Ich, yup. Okay, so now we're kicking maigiri. So maigiri front snap kick. Okay, so kicking maigiri to the front. So ich, ya. Okay, so that's a straightforward kick for the back leg. So the block for this, okay, again, don't bring your arm up. You're going to gyaku gedanbarai. Back leg, your right leg comes round. Drop this arm as if you're doing a downward block, deflecting the leg, head and stomach. Okay, so if you remember our set 1 Ju-Ippon Kumite, it's essentially the same thing. Here, drop the arm, 1, 2. Drop the arm, 1, 2. Now for me, I like to make this a ko-richi technique, an I-ich technique, so simultaneous. So as I move, I bang, yeah, and then finish the punch. So my instructors will tell you I'm pretty lively with this one, and I quite like the fact that I really encourage people to kick me. Okay, as they come in strong, I will just sidestep. This is just a cover here, bang, and that's me, right on the chin, but with control. So literally, when I say control, we're just touching. It doesn't get harder than that. It doesn't need to. That's the skill. That's the skill of karate. Little tap, no skill in that, no control, no good. So just a tap, just to let them know that I'm there. Okay, and the second punch, yeah, to just finish. Okay, kime. So that's the essence of this. The essence of this is that we learned this touch. Okay. Only as adults. I think the juniors, unfortunately, my experience of working with young people, and we teach from the age of 4 upwards, is if you let 4-year-olds hit each other, they don't come back. And why should they? That's not what karate is about at all. So we're teaching them humility and learning skills and how to build their confidence. And if someone punches them in the tummy really hard and that hurts, that's not going to do anything for their confidence. When we get into the teenage years, they are then able to start to, and many of our students do stay with us that long. So they'll start at 4, 5, 6 years old, and they'll stay with us until, many of them adults, actually. I've got students with me at the moment that are in their late 20s that I've been teaching since they're 4 years old. So it's a journey thing. So the juniors don't hit each other, okay, ultimately. But as they grow into teenagers, they're then able to understand and control things better, so they can allow to do light touching. And in the adults, when they're of a mindset 21 and above, they can really kind of go strong and fiercely, but it's still controlled. Okay, we don't have accidents in our dojo because everybody is so disciplined. And that's karate from the very start. That's the way we teach karate from the very start. Different people do different things in dojos, okay, but this is ours. I think we're very traditionally minded. I've been very fortunate enough to train in Japan a couple of times and travel and meet many different senseis from all over the world and learn from different people. I think that's really important. A skill or a martial art that I'm super passionate about. Okay. Don't pretend to be the best karateka in the world, or the best instructor, or the best student. What I pretend to be is somebody who really enjoys what I'm doing all the time. It doesn't get bored either. So let's go back to the beginning. Jodan, here. Yeah, Chudan, here to here. Quick recap. Maigeri, yeah, to here. Okay, so Jodan, here, Chudan, Maigeri, yeah, and back. Pause. Change legs. Jodan, yeah, Chudan, yeah, Maigeri. So on the Maigeri, I'm dropping my left arm. So my lower hand, my Chudan hand, becomes my downward block. Front punch, reverse punch. That's my. Again, within the book, Maigeri, Gyaku, reverse downward block, right arm, rotating 45 degrees to the left. So your right leg comes round, rotating 45 degrees to my left. Okay. When you do the left side, by the way, you just remember this the other way around. Hopefully you should understand that anyway. I'm left-handed, so it's easy for me. I don't have to do that, just natural. Okay, and then Jodan Uizuki, so front punch. Okay, and Gyakuzuki, so lunge punch to reverse punch, left arm, right arm. You see how Sensei Mark's done this? He's done it in such a way that I think it's really easy for students to possibly read that and try and work out themselves, but also looking with YouTube and our dojo lessons where we could start learning it correctly. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now we're going to change back to an attack. Okay, the attack this time. So we've done 2 punches, one to the chin and one to the stomach. Then we've done a kick to the stomach. So this is also a kick to the stomach, but different kicks. This is a Chudan Kikomigeri. So Kikomi is a thrust kick. So I find this kick off. I always found this challenging. Sensei Andy's the master of this in our dojo. But from here, Kikomigeri is quite a long, slow kick, but very powerful. Very powerful. So important to get out the way of this. Okay. So this is kicking with the heel. So from Judachi position here, the knee comes up here and push. Okay, and you're thrusting with the heel. So here, Kikomi, here. Yeah. Once more, Kikomi. Yeah. Okay, so it's quite a fast thrust kick, but it comes from way back here. So it's got time to travel, which means as a person blocking it, you have time. Although it looks scary, okay, you have time, which is a good thing. So we're going to use Haiwanuki. Now, Haiwanuki I talked about earlier, the top of the arm or the back of the arm here. And we're going to bring the arm round. Oh, that's a really bad angle. Yeah, that's sort of it. So the arm's not straight. And it's not also 90 degrees. It's sort of in between. You would say, don't get clever on me and say it's 45 degrees. It probably is about 45 degrees thinking about it. But you just relax the arm, okay? And then you only tense on impact. And you tense the hand, which tense these muscle fibers here, which are very tight. Yeah, think of tennis. These muscle fibers are really tightened to make this incredibly strong. I mean, this is like a piece of iron, literally. So, rotation as well, okay? Not using our shoulder, so my shoulder's not coming up, but I'm going to rotate using my hip. Okay, so from here. That sort of feeling. So again, I want to deflect this kick because it's strong and powerful. So from here, the kick comes in, deflect, kick's gone here, and now Heitouchi. Heitouchi. Now, Heito, we discussed this the other day in one of the other sets. This a bit closer. This tiny little bone here, okay, which is the base of the knuckle, yeah, on the index finger. That's what you're hitting with. Your thumb has to be tucked away. So I said the other day, Shuto, yeah, your thumb is up like this. Heito here, and you're hitting with that part of the hand there. Now, it doesn't look powerful, that. Tang Soo Do, which is a Korean martial art, I've seen these guys live, so I know it's real, and I know the blocks of concrete weren't fake. Okay, we're talking 3 to 4 inch concrete slabs, and I've seen a guy break about 14 of these using just that one technique. It's quite impressive, if I'm honest. I've broken concrete tiles badly, as my instructors will tell you, but I've never seen anything like that. Just that tiny little bone. But it's not about that tiny little bone. It's about connecting it to the rest of the body. And if you're able to do that, then anything is possible. Anything is possible. When you disconnect, things break. Say no more. Okay, so Judachi position. Okay. Arm Haiwanuki. Heitouchi. And then, again, come back, push the person away, back to here. When I say push them away, you're just guiding them. You're not pushing them away. You're just keeping your guard up. So in case they come back at you. So Kikomi, us, blocking, yeah, striking, and back. Okay, so changing sides. Kicking first. Kikomi, us. Oh, that's a good sounding one. And back. And then blocking Kikomi. Not punching. Haiwanuki, yeah, Heitouchi. It's a very fast technique. Okay, and we're attacking here, temple. You can attack the throat, but that's really dangerous. We attack the temple here. Okay, and again, with control, you can touch. You can touch with this technique as you can with any of these other techniques as well. So again, left side, kicking, Kikomi, os. Blocking, ich, yeah, and back. Okay, so again, that is, I think, very well explained within the book. And then finally, we've got Uchi-uki for Mawashi-geri. So Mawashi-geri is the roundhouse kick. Okay, so Mawashi-geri can come in at 2 levels. Generally, sometimes it comes in at 3rd level, but we're going to use 2. So first level is stomach height, which is most people, and occasionally will come through Jodan, chin height. Tends to be the younger students that are very good at that. I used to be very good at it. but as I'm getting older, it's becoming more difficult to do those big high kicks now. So my washi-geri is a roundhouse kick. So we're coming around here and washi-geri. So it's a roundhouse kick. Okay, so that's just chudan here. Chudan. Okay, we don't say chudan, we say mawashi-geri, chudan. If we just say mawashi-geri, that means we're going for the chin. Okay, standard point should be chin, if not lower level. Mawashi-geri, chudan. Us! Iya! Mawashi-geri. So this is now jodan. So the kick comes higher. Okay. Mawashi-geri, chudan. Us. Mawashi-geri, jodan. Us. So you can see for me, I'm a left foot kicker. Yeah, mawashi-geri, chudan for me here is really easy, and jodan is really easy as well. Right side, not so good. Too many knee surgeries. I don't think it's ever been any good anyway compared to the left side. The left side's always been good. So we have to practice what we don't like. Okay, but there's no point going too high too soon. So for me, trying to get a good chudan mawashi-geri, us, it's not bad. Is important to keep practicing our bad sides. Okay, so what is the block for that? If we're right leg, right side, kick coming around jodan, then it's just simply an inside block feeling, but you don't come underneath the arms, you don't need to. Just here, side, slide 45 degrees backwards, come around here, gyakuzuki, and back. Important with mawashi-geri. Mawashi-geri is not like the other two kicks. Mawashi-geri comes straight and true to the front. So if you go sideways, either side, you're safe. Kikomi goes straight and true to the front. If you go either side, you're safe. Mawashi-geri comes round. You go to one side, you're safe. You go to the other side, and it's a headache for a very long time. Okay, if you get kicked in mawashi-geri, it usually ends up on your jaw or your temple, and it really hurts, I'm afraid. So you've kind of learned this lesson quite quickly in karate, that if you go this way, you only do it once. So make sure from here, uchuki here, if the kick is lower, then the block stays lower. Okay? Jodan kick, chudan kick. Okay. Remember the difference between jodan and chudan. This is chudan and this is jodan. It's not huge. Okay. But if you're on your own, like I am, it's based on your own height. So I'm 6'1". Okay. But in my stance, I'm much lower. If you have a giant, and we do in our dojo, Jonathan, 6'7", okay, then jodan is probably out of reach of most of us. So it's better to go lower. Okay, so with Jonathan, take his knees out, bring his head down to the same height as yours, and then you can kick again. Don't be silly trying to stretch yourself beyond your limits in karate. There's no point in doing that. Okay, so let's do the attack and let's do the defense on right and left side, and then we're almost done. Okay, so mawashi-geri, mawashi-geri, chudan, iya. Mawashi-geri, chudan, iya. Change sides. Left side. Mawashi-geri. Mawashi-geri. Iya. Now, I did that before I said us, so I apologise, but I'm just conscious of the time becoming nearly 8 o'clock. Okay, so let's recap the set. We're not going to do the attacks so much. We're going to do the defence or the blockers so you can understand them. Okay, so remember, just talking through, we use the right side as an example. Punch coming to the chin, nagashi, sweeping, arazuki. Step in, arazuki, push away, kamae, back to your stance. Chudan, gyaku uchuki, forward 45 degrees. So you're away from the arm, come around, yoko, hijiate or impuchi. Maigeri. Kick comes here, drop the right hand down, gidan barai, oizuki, gyakuzuki, kamae. Okay, kikomi, kick comes straight, high wanuki. Don't worry about your stance here, we're not in back stance this time, as we were previously. So here, haitouchi, and back. Mawashi-geri, kick comes round, mawashi-geri, here, yeah, and back. and yame, and os. Hey, arigato. So it's particularly challenging for me to teach this, I think, online and without any help. I don't know how it comes across, but hopefully you're getting to understand these sets. If you've got a syllabus book, please look at it. Please try to use it to learn these as much as you can. But remember, ultimately, they're just a baseline for you to help you in your potential gradings. And we hope to be able to grade people soon as we can to reward those that have been training throughout the whole of coronavirus and certainly during the lockdowns. And I will let you know as soon as I can when the dojos will be open again. As I say, the Clifton Dojo is the only one confirmed, and that is 5 to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, the 13th of April. Okay. If the others are opening that same week, I will let you know as quickly as I can through YouTube, through our social media page on Facebook, and our website, asahishotokan.co.uk. And that's as much as I can give you in terms of dojo commitment at this moment in time. So I'll keep you updated as much as I can. Black belts, my apologies, I can't be around on Saturday. I've been asked to do something with my son, which is linked to my birthday. So yeah, so I apologise for that. I know it's short notice, but this is a thing at short notice as well. So he's asked me to help him with something. So I will see you next Tuesday, hopefully in the dojo and online, and hoping you all have a fantastic Easter with your families. Try to eat as much chocolate as possible because it's really good for you. But you can do karate on Tuesday to work it all off. There's always a silver lining to every cloud. So with further ado, we'll say the Dojo Kun to finish the lesson, okay, and say good evening. Okay, Kyotsuke. So we'll bow, right, os. Dojo Kun. Hitotsu, junkanku o kansei ni soromoto koto. Hitotsu, makato no michi o umoru koto. Hitotsu, doryoku no seishin yashinawa koto. Hitotsu, regyo o monjo o koto. And totsu, kekki no yo imashimuru koto. Right, os. If you wonder why we say those 5 different sayings in Japanese, okay, there are 5 English meanings, and I can explain those to you next week. Okay, so I'll talk to you about those and what they mean during next week. But the Dojo Kun is an important part of karate because it's essentially our 5 principles, what we believe in. In English and Japanese is the same thing. Os. Okay, domo arigatou gozaimasu. Os. Let me just read some messages. Andy, thank you, Andy Sensei. I will definitely have a good birthday tomorrow, and we'll look forward to wishing you yours in a few more days. Harry, good evening. Have a nice evening. And Tim, thank you very much. I will have a great birthday and a good Easter, I hope, as well. Thanks ever so much for joining me, everybody, as normal on the dojo, and look forward to seeing you next week. Yosumesai, arigatou gozaimasu. I'm finishing, right? Jamatane, see you later. Good night. Oh, wobbly screen.